everybody, and welcome on our video. Today we'll tell you about the history of the Basilica St. Martin. From where I'm standing on the 4th floor of the University of Tours, we can see the new Basilica and the remains of the old one.
First, who was Saint Martin? Martin was a Roman Christian born in 316 AD. When he was young, he was a legionnaire in the Roman army, and in act of charity, he gave part of his uniform, the lining of his cape, to a destitute man in the street. Later, Martin became an important figure in the Christendom in Gaul and was appointed Bishop of Tours by the will of the people. After his death in 397 AD, he was buried in a small tomb in a public cemetery, but he was made a saint.
50 years after his death, a chapel was built on his grave, and at the end of the 5th century, a basilica was built. In the Middle Ages, the basilica was huge. It had 4 towers, and we can still see 2 of them today. They are the Tour de Charlemagne and the Tour de l'Horloge. This massive religious edifice had a troubled history until its destruction in 1797. It burned several times during the Middle Ages, but a larger version was always rebuilt. In 1582, some people even installed the relics of St. Martin. During the French Revolution, the basilica was turned into stables, and the building became property of the state. The basilica no longer belonged to the church. The revolutionaries stole some artifacts from the basilica and made fire with the benches, chairs, and books. In the years following the French Revolution, the state of the basilica worsened. After the vault collapsed in 1797, it was decided to destroy it. Once it was demolished, the tomb of St. Martin was destroyed too, and houses were built in their place.
Later, in 1860, the tomb of Saint Martin was found under the houses. Then, the Archbishop wanted to make a building worthy of Saint Martin and to rebuild on the former foundations of the lost basilica. The houses were bought and destroyed. After a heated debate concerning the look of the new basilica, it was decided not to orientate the apse toward Jerusalem, which is rare, and to make it smaller than the old basilica. The aim was to not encroach on the street, and it's still allowed to raise the choir above the tomb. The direction of the new construction site was given to Victor Laloux, an architect from Tours.
The first stone of the building was laid on the 4th of May 1886. But due to technical and military problems, the basilica was closed with a temporary facade, but nonetheless inaugurated on St. Martin's Day, on the 11th of November 1890. Periods of construction and interruption followed because of a shortage of funds and World War II, among other things.
In March 1938, the metalworks of the 4 court fence were installed, and so was the new basilica completed almost a year after the death of Victor Laloux. For this building, Victor Laloux had chosen to mix different styles, which was in fashion back then. However, the choice of Byzantine, Roman and Paleo-Christian influence that make the Romano-Byzantine style was not typical for a French basilica.
Let's go see this crypt. Here we are indeed in the crypt, standing before the tomb of St. Martin, which shelters several of his relics. Above the crypt rises the choir and its impressive cupola, as an extension of the nave, where columns of colored porphyry stand, contrasting with the white sculpted stone and the painted wooden ceiling.
If you wish to see it with your own eyes, do come and visit the Basilica, 7 rue Baléchou in Tours. It's open every day. Thanks for watching our video. If you want to discover some monuments from Tours, go check the other guide tour video.